Hey there! Get ready for some awesome world wonders and super cool geography fun facts. Did you know that Mount Everest is growing taller every year? Yep, really! Mount Everest, the world's tallest mountain, which is currently 8,848.86 meters, or 29,031.7 feet, isn't done growing. This happens because the Indian tectonic plate is slowly pushing underneath the Eurasian plate, lifting the Himalayas a few millimeters each year. So if you climb Everest today, it's actually taller than it was for climbers 50 years ago. Pretty wild, right? Here's something super cool. Easter Island statues have full bodies underground. The iconic Moai statues on Easter Island, which is called Rapa Nui by locals, aren't just heads. Nope. Many of them have torsos and arms buried under centuries of soil and ash. Some are up to 10 meters or 33 feet tall and were carved over 700 years ago from volcanic rock. Archaeologists have even found carvings and petroglyphs on the hidden parts. Isn't that just amazing? The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is like bigger than some countries. This swirling mass of plastic waste and ocean debris floats between California and Japan. It's not one solid island, but actually a zone where ocean currents called gyres trap millions of pieces of trash. Estimated size? Over 1.6 million square kilometers. That's more than 3 times the size of France. Whoa, that's huge! Antarctica is the driest, windiest, and iciest continent. You might think of deserts as hot, but Antarctica is technically the world's largest desert because it receives so little precipitation, often less than 2 inches a year. It's also the coldest, like minus 89.2 degrees Celsius was recorded there. And wow, it can have winds over 200 miles per hour. Even though it's covered in ice, it's also the highest continent on average. Turkmenistan has a fiery pit called the Door to Hell. This natural gas crater in the Karakum Desert collapsed in 1971 when geologists were drilling. To stop poisonous gas from escaping, they set it on fire, and it's been burning ever since. The flames have glowed day and night for over 50 years. Locals call it Duriz, or Gate to the Underworld. Pretty wild, huh? The Grand Canyon can make its own weather. The Grand Canyon is so vast and deep, about 1.6 kilometers deep and 446 kilometers long, that it forms inversion layers. Cool air gets trapped at the bottom while warm air rises, causing sudden changes in temperature and creating fog waterfalls that look like clouds pouring into the canyon. It's like weather in a bowl. Isn't that awesome? So, did you know that Colombia has a river that actually turns rainbow-colored? It's called the Cano Cristales River, and people call it the liquid rainbow because of the super rare water plant named Macarenia clavigera. When the conditions are just right, like when there's sunlight and the water level is low, the plant turns all these crazy brilliant colors, red, pink, yellow, green, and blue, usually between July and November. Oh, and get this, there are no fish in the river because the currents are so fast, which means the colors stay perfect and undisturbed. It's like nature's paintbrush doing its thing. Okay, check this out. A cave in Mexico actually holds the world's largest crystals. The Nica mine in Chihuahua, Mexico, hides what's called the Cave of Crystals. It was discovered in the year 2000, and it's got these massive gypsum crystals. Some of them are over 12 meters long and weigh like 55 tons. But, the cave is super dangerous. It can get up to 58 degrees Celsius, which is like 136 degrees Fahrenheit, and the humidity is between 90 and 99%. So explorers have to wear special cooling suits and can only stay inside for a little while. It's honestly like stepping into a real-life video game boss level. So, get this. An island actually appeared and then totally disappeared in just 40 years. It was called Newmore Island, or sometimes South Taupati, and it popped up in 1970 in the Bay of Bengal after a cyclone messed with the sediment. It even became a big deal between India and Bangladesh, but by 2010, rising sea levels just swallowed it up. A vanishing island. Here one decade, gone the next. Pretty wild, right? Cars roll uphill on Magnetic Hill in India, but, it's a trick. On this road near Leh, Ladakh, Cars in neutral seem to roll uphill all by themselves. But honestly, it's not magic or magnetism. It's just an optical illusion. The way the landscape is sloped totally tricks your eyes into thinking downhill is actually uphill. So it's your brain, not your car, that's getting fooled. Isn't that kind of funny? The Leaning Tower of Pisa actually leaned before it was even finished. Construction started way back in 1173, but by the time builders got to the third floor, the soft soil underneath started to give way, and it began to tilt. They tried to fix it, and even stopped building for almost 100 years. But the lean never really went away. Today it's totally safe to visit thanks to modern engineering. So, a 200-year oops turned into an icon. In Norway, the sun actually disappears for 2 months straight. In the town of Tromsø, Norway, the sun doesn't rise at all between late November and mid-January. This is called the polar night, and people there rely on cozy lights, hot drinks, and winter fun just to stay cheerful. But then, in summer, they get the midnight sun, where it never sets. Imagine playing soccer at midnight, in daylight. That's just awesome!